Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Kweli, the anti-burnout coach for high achieving professional women. Welcome to the 8th episode of the Anti-Burnout Live series, Thrive Beyond Burnout. I'm excited to have you here on Facebook Live and on LinkedIn Live. I'll be focusing on the comments on Facebook now, and then later on, I'll check the comments on LinkedIn. Okay, so today our topic is Plan Your Joy, creating space for happiness in your busy schedule. So we'll talk about how to intentionally carve out moments of joy and pleasure so that you make happiness a planned and prioritized part of your life. So I decided to call this episode Plan Your Joy because some time ago I saw a video where Michelle Obama was talking to some activists. And she was saying to them that it's really important to plan your joy. You plan everything else. And so sometimes you have to schedule joy. And that message really hit me. I actually want to play it for you. Let's see if I can bring this up.
You have to plan your joy. And we don't teach that, right? We plan work, so that, to answer your question, what happens in the darkest hour? It's true, those times will come, and there isn't a magic answer to that. But if you have been thoughtful in your life and you understand how to bring yourself joy, that's what gets you through it. It doesn't mean that the dark day didn't happen, right? It means that because you've planned joy, joy is coming. But a lot of times we plan work. That's what we're taught to do, but we're not taught to plan our lives and plan our joy. And it takes planning, and it takes practice planning that out. So for all of you all, I say this because I know you all are burning yourselves out doing the work that you do. That's your tendency. And that's also the feeling that this is how you make change, that I have to be miserable in the process. You'll never feel like you should have joy when people are struggling. But for you all, in order to stay vital in this work, you have to plan joy. You will burn yourselves out.
So that video is from 2019, and I love that so much. It was such a good reminder for me. And since then, I have really made a point to plan my joy. So, like now, I always have a vacation planned. Even before one trip ends, I've got the next one booked. Even if it's a year away, I know I have a trip in my future. So I always have something joyful to look forward to. Also, my husband and I love to see live music. So we make a point to see our favorite artists when they're in town. And that's something that brings both of us a lot of joy. So, for instance, next week, my Spellman sister, Avery Sunshine, is going to be in the area with Anthony David. So, we're going to see them. We've got Maxwell coming up. So, we love having tickets to shows because we know that we've got something fun coming up. And another way that I like to plan my joy is scheduling spa treatments, especially massages and facials. And my family knows this about me. So on my birthday and Mother's Day, a lot of times I'll get a gift card for my favorite spa. And I've fallen off a little lately, so I need to get back into that because it brings me so much joy and relaxation. So I just want to thank Michelle Obama, who I love and admire so much, just for making it plain. We need, we plan everything for everyone else. So we really need to make sure that we're planning our own joy. And I also want to make a point that some of the examples that I just gave cost money, but there's a whole lot of free stuff you can do too that's joyful. And we'll talk about some of those examples too. All right, so let's talk about the importance of planning your joy. So before we dive into the practical strategies, let's talk a little bit about why planning joy is so crucial, especially for those who are experiencing burnout. And when you're burned out, a lot of times you're running on empty, you're overwhelmed with your daily responsibilities, you're juggling um, all of the demands of life, and it's easy to get caught up in the cycle of just getting through the day and kind of pushing joy to the bottom of the list. But joy is not a nice to have. It really is essential. This is part of life, or we hope that it is part of life. And planning your joy is a proactive way to counteract the effects of burnout. It serves as a reminder that your well being matters and that you deserve to experience happiness and pleasure, even in times of stress. So, by scheduling these moments of joy into your busy life, you're creating space for rejuvenation, relaxation, and happiness. And this can make you more resilient to stress and better able to handle life's challenges. So, joyful moments can help to combat burnout by replenishing your energy, shifting your perspective, and reconnecting you with the things that truly matter. It gives you something to look forward to, helping you to break that cycle of exhaustion and negativity. So, this is why we must be intentional about creating these moments in our schedules, just like any other important task. Okay, so let's talk about some practical strategies to plan your joy. So, many of you know that I wrote a book on self care, self compassion, and self love, the ultimate self love guide for Black women, available on Amazon. In the book, on page 166, there is a list of 10 practical ways to plan joy into your busy schedule. And these are some strategies that have been helpful for me, and I hope that you will find them helpful too. Okay, so here's the 10 ways to plan your joy that are listed in the book. And I've added a little bit more here just for our discussion. Number one, dance breaks. So just take a mini dance break in the middle of the day, put on your favorite song, and let loose. It's a great way to get up your energy and instantly boost your mood. Even if you're not a great dancer, it doesn't matter. It's just about having fun, moving your body, just being yourself. Just let yourself be silly and free, even for a moment. All right, number two, nature's joy. Spend time in nature, whether it's tending to a potted plant on your windowsill or tending to an actual garden. So, gardening, even on a small scale, gives you the satisfaction of nurturing something and watching it grow. So, this can have a calming effect and can bring a sense of joy and fulfillment, unless you're like me and you kill every plant that's ever been given to you. So, I let my husband take care of the plants. Number three, limit news intake. This one was crucial for my well being. Um, and while I do believe that staying informed is important, it's equally crucial to protect your peace. So I try to limit my news intake to avoid feeling overwhelmed by negativity. And so you can set specific times to check the news so that you're not constantly bombarded. And then you can choose uplifting content whenever possible. Number four, engage in play. So rediscover the joy of playing, whether it's board games, puzzles, games like Jenga, cards, adult coloring books. So playtime is not just for kids. It's a great stress reliever for adults too. And these simple activities can bring a lot of joy and take your mind off of everyday worries. And remember, it's okay to just let yourself have some fun. Number five, travel. Plan trips, even if they're just day trips to local, nearby locations. Exploring new places and stepping out of your routine can reignite your sense of wonder and joy. And travel doesn't have to be far, nor does it have to be expensive. It's about the experience and the memories that you create. So find ways to explore and enjoy your surroundings. Number 6, random acts of kindness. I love this one. Plan small acts of kindness like buying coffee for a stranger, sending a surprise gift to a friend, or writing a heartfelt note. Giving to others creates a ripple effect of joy. It not only brightens their day, but yours as well. The joy of giving is truly unmatched. It feels good to do good. And I must say, I can attest to this. Um, I don't go to Starbucks as often anymore, but before the pandemic, when I was leaving to go to work every day, there was a time when I would do something called Hump Day kindness. So on Wednesdays, when I was in the line, the drive-through at Starbucks, I would ask, how much is the person behind me? And as long as it was like less than $10 or so, I would pay for the person behind me. And a lot of times I would just pull off. I couldn't see their reaction or anything, but it really just gave me so much joy to do that. And sometimes they would be like honking and waving, and that would even boost my joy a little bit more. So I don't go to Starbucks as much, so I don't do it every Wednesday anymore. But still every now and then, I probably have done it within the past month. But just every now and then I do that. And I recommend that if you can, as long as their bill isn't like $25 or something like that. But somebody's coffee, that feels great. And you're doing it for yourself, not so much for their reaction, but their reaction is a nice bonus. Okay, number 7, explore hobbies. So try something new like pottery or photography, Pilates, or any other hobby that you've always wanted to explore. Hobbies give you something to look forward to and allow you to express your creativity, which is an essential part of joy. So find something that excites you and then try to make some time for it. Number 8, connect. So plan regular catch-ups with loved ones, whether it's a coffee date, a phone call, or even a virtual hangout. Connection is a powerful source of joy, and making time for it can lift your spirits and remind you of what truly matters. So cultivate those relationships that nourish your soul. Number 9, laugh. Watch comedy shows or funny videos, or just have silly moments with family and friends. Laughter is one of the quickest ways to lift your mood, and it's a great way to reconnect with your playful side. So try to make laughter a regular part of your life. We laugh around here a lot. And I've actually trained my algorithm to show me funny and goofy stuff. And I love that. Like the more joyful things that you watch on social media, the more your phone will show that to you, or your computer. The algorithm will show it to you. So just keep that in mind. You're kind of training your algorithm. If you're watching doom and gloom, it's going to keep showing you that. If you're watching goofy cat videos, it's going to show you that. So just keep that in mind. And number 10, spiritual grounding. So engage in spiritual practices like meditation or attending church or exploring your ancestry. So connecting with your roots or connecting with a higher power can bring a sense of peace and fulfillment, helping you find joy in the bigger picture of life. So whatever your practice, let it ground you in gratitude and joy. So those are the 10 practical strategies for planning joy: dance breaks, spending time in nature, limiting news intake, engaging in play, travel, random acts of kindness, hobbies, connecting with loved ones, laughing, and spiritual grounding. So when you make a conscious effort to integrate these practices into your daily life, you might start to feel more uplifted, more balanced, and better equipped to handle whatever comes your way. So, planning your joy is a powerful way to support your well being. And it really doesn't take much, just a little bit of intention to make space for the happiness that you deserve. You deserve it. So, to recap, today we talked about the importance of planning joy and making it a regular part of your life. We explored practical ways to carve out moments of happiness, from dance breaks to random acts of kindness to connecting with loved ones. So, for the past several weeks, we've been talking about various tools in the toolbox that can help with burnout, like daily routines, stress reduction techniques, aligning your actions with your values, self care, self compassion, gratitude, and now planning your joy. So, there may be some ladies watching who are ready to take these ideas further. If you are feeling overwhelmed and joy feels like it's always on the back burner, I invite you to learn more about my 4-week Reignite Your Life intensive program. This is not just a course, it is a transformative, hands on experience. It will help you to identify your values, teach you how to prioritize yourself, along with setting boundaries and creating a daily routine that supports your well being. So, next week's topic is the power of sisterhood, creating a network of empowered women. And we'll discuss the importance of building supportive relationships with other women and how this can elevate your personal and professional life. All right. Thanks for joining, you guys. Good to see everyone. Okay. Well, I hope to see you all next week when we talk about sisterhood. Same time, 7 p.m. on Wednesday on Facebook Live and LinkedIn Live. All right, beautiful people. Take care and remember to plan your joy. See you next week.